up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the Artist Showcase Theater. Our original guest had a little internet difficulties, and we had to, make a U-turn and have a special guest. No sin tonight, Joey. He had some internet connection problems, so we had to reschedule. But I do have a special guest tonight. Somebody you might know, he's been in the community a while. He has, he's a new and upcoming sketch artist in the comic book community. Let me welcome my man, Comichead 84.
Yeah. I'm here.
What's up, brother?
What up, dude?
Right? I did. D-Ronk.
Happy to fill in. I'm not as pro as, maybe some of your guests, but you know what? I'm down to talk art,
That's right. And you were willing to fill in last minute.
Yeah. And I'll try to answer your questions, but I am merely a vessel when the art inspiration strikes me, Mr. 36, and the muse hits me just right.
Right.
Do what the pen tells me, brother. Imagine I was mad pretentious about my sketch covers. Well, 36, it's a very, very complicated process.
So, first of all, I guess introduce yourself and tell the crowd how you got started in the drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Kenny 84, Comichead 84. I got a little channel myself, and yeah, I've always been drawing. Like elementary school, like all my books, like school books, notebooks, was always drawn in comic book art. So I've been doodling. Here's a fun fact: in first grade, I used to lurk after school, right? Because in the back of the class used to be big stacks of paper, and they had math paper. I don't know if kids still use this shit, but there was this certain math paper, and it was like kind of tinted gray math paper. And I used to, like, after first grade let out, I would like loiter a little bit and wait for the teacher to like walk all the kids out, and I would sneak in and grab big stacks of that math paper and put it in my backpack and go home so I could draw on it. so I draw right after.
Oh, that's great. Hey, yeah. You got to use what you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
All right, let me shout out the chat real quick.
Yeah.
We got Joey Bags, D-Runk, Captain Comics, Superior Hero Reviews, Crazy Ivan, and Seawood. Thanks for everybody stopping in and saying what's up. Yeah. So you said you always been drawing, ever since you were little. Mm-hmm. Have you done anything professionally with it?
No, not even.
Ever needed any drawing skills in any job you may have had?
No, not necessarily. Not really.
Okay.
No, just like doodle, just because I loved comics, bro. That was really it. Like, I loved comics, and I wanted to try to bust down some art, like draw comic art. It was always comic art, everything that I drew, And as close as I got, when I left high school, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I knew I didn't want to go to like college proper and stuff. And I remember I was like this close to going to this art school. It's called Catherine Gibbs, and it's in Rhode Island down here.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to the school location, and I interviewed with them and like checked out the campus and like really came close to enrolling in that shit and like giving a go at it,
Right.
But I didn't do it. And
yeah, I guess you could. I didn't go to art school either. I kind of, self-taught and then kind of read and watched things, and other artists kind of gave me tips here and there, and kind of went off from that.
Because it's really repetition, right?
Yeah.
Like practice. And
how has your practice changed over the course of your drawing life? Like, is there things now like you do to get yourself ready for like a sketch or reference or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll walk you through one, right?
Okay.
I got a little visual aid. Let me do a screen share thing.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I got something for you, dude.
Nice.
Where is it? Hold on. How do I do this? Okay, here we go. Don't.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you can open that. I didn't draw that. So here's a sketch cover process, right?
Okay.
So I had a Joker blank, and I knew I wanted to do a Joker cover, right? So basically, I was like Googling. I'll Google like Joker art,
Right.
and just kind of peruse through and see if like anything strikes me, right? And when I pull these things up, like I'm not trying to I'm not looking at it close enough that I'm trying to line for line
Right.
it, but it helps me because like I said, I'm a hobbyist,
Right.
at best, and that's it. So I don't got it like that. And
Dude, all of us use reference. There's nothing made up anymore. I'll tell you that right now. Somebody says, "Oh, well, I made it." No, you didn't. You got a reference from somewhere. Everything's been done over and over again. That it's hard to come up with new things. It really is. Like even styles of drawing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's all from somewhere. You know what I mean? Whether it's, you had a big influence with, Jack Kirby style or Alex Ross or anybody, you know what I mean? Like there's always an influence that you take some of their techniques and their style from.
Yeah, no, there's influence, but even say you have influence, right, by certain things like that informal style. But there's a lot of cats that I would think most artists they're still drawing from the head when they're drawing a piece.
Right. Yeah.
Is like really direct reference of when I'm pulling reference up is mostly for like a pose.
The shape, yes. Perspective, the proportions, make sure everything's right. That's the way I do it too.
Like if I'm drawing something if it's just like a straightforward head,
right,
I can probably swing that. And I'll just do it from the head. But if I'm trying to do something a little dynamic with it, I'll pull a reference to that. So anyway, this was step one, right? So I decided, all right, let me try. I want to mine to be a Joker laughing head, right?
Right.
Then you can get rid of that one now. Then from there, when I find an idea of the pose type thing,
right?
Then I just hit the rough sketch mode before I hit a sketch cover.
Okay.
I'll pencil.
Here, let me blow you up.
So then I'll pencil a little thing out.
Okay.
Kind of eyeballing the, like you said, the overall shapes and the poses and stuff.
Right.
Usually I'm simplifying,
Okay.
Because I like that, Bruce Timm Batman animated series style.
Yeah.
Is that's my jam. I would say if any style influences my shit, it's kind of that. I've always liked that cartoony, simplistic style.
I gotcha.
So boom, I'll pencil sketch something. Sometimes I'll do it a couple. This one I only sketched it once, and I was like, all right, I can hit the cover now.
Right.
Sometimes I'll do a couple on the pencil until I feel like I got it right, and then at that point, I'm looking at my shit as the reference. Then I put that one away. The one I found online. I put that away, and then I'm looking at my sketch as a reference.
Okay.
And then I pencil it onto the sketch cover, and then that was the final step.
Gotcha.
So if you compared,
I'll blow it up.
Yeah. So if you compare this to that one that I originally looked up,
it's your own style, but
Yeah.
same pose. You know
Right.
what I mean? Yeah, I
Right.
get you. Yeah,
So that's
there's nothing wrong with that either.
yeah, it's what I got. Yeah.
There's really not. I mean, like I said, nothing is so. Everything's been done. Everything, no matter what you think, everything has been done over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, and everybody has influence from something. So it's what you do is normal. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people do things like that.
Yeah. There was so something I wanted to show you was so I've been banging out the sketch covers, right?
Oh yeah.
And
For the 84 box round 2.
yep, officially they're all done. But there was some that didn't. I was just like, and I finished them like they're a completed sketch cover. But as I went through, I'm like, you know what, dude? These ain't good enough for the box. So I thought it'd be fun to show you the rejects.
Okay, let's
You
see
know?
these bad boys.
Want to see my fuck ups, guys?
Yeah.
There's
Let's see the rejects.
It's too bad because I think it was like a day or two ago, like 2 of the biggest stinkers. I straight up threw them in the trash the other day. I wish I kept those because those were so awful. But so he was reject 1. This is this Batgirl.
Okay, now in your opinion, why was it a reject?
Right. So I felt like there was way too much blank space on the cover. And I'm like, yo, someone, because compared to, what some of them kind of evolved into, like, that's one thing I will say. I tried to, like, with the better ones or the later ones,
Right,
fill up the whole cover. It just looks better when you can really fill up.
No, I agree.
Because since I'm not coloring and doing background stuff, like on yours, shout out to the Dawn, the master, son.
Right.
You're using color, you're putting
Right.
black on the background.
Yeah.
And it's just this kind of sketching. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like it looks.
That's why you didn't like it. Anything else? There's nothing else you didn't like.
Oh, plenty else.
Okay.
Yeah. It was.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, why didn't it make the cut? Like, what did in your mind? What was wrong with it?
So that was one. All that negative space was one.
Okay.
Second was like, I don't know. I just felt like the torso looked stupid. Like her boob shape, I felt like was looking weak, and I couldn't get like. I feel like
they come in all shapes and sizes, bro.
Yeah, but the size of her waist wasn't comparable. And then the cape, like the way I did the cape on the going over her shoulder, I felt like that looked whack. And she has a big ass arm. She got like this big meaty arm.
Yeah. You want my criticism?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah.
I think you're sweating the small shit.
Like, so there's greater issues with it. You're saying
the lips. The lips is the biggest problem.
The lips are bad. Right?
The lips. Right. That's the only thing I can see. Everything else, you can get away with. It's the features of the face that,
Yeah, those lips are stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. You could work them. It's not like you made them like too small or anything. You can work them shapes into lips, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's one thing that's real is it's tougher to draw females than males.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Because for dudes, you can make them rugged.
They're almost boxy. They're like boxier. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're not like you can make a chiseled chin and stuff like that. But the woman's face is more curve and got to make sure the lips are plump and.
Oh yeah, here's another example of that. Another attempt at and it's no surprise that 3 of these are women ones. Because all it takes is like, if you just get the lines wrong a little bit, you turn her into like a busted female. Like you have to have the lines soft, don't give her a big Jay Leno jaw like I did on this Wonder
Wait,
Woman. Look at this stupid cover. Which it is.
what, dude? What?
Hold up, because this one I tried to get out of my comfort zone and do like almost a full body, and I like the way the body came out. That's why it's so sad. But the face, dude, did not come out good.
Nah, man, it's not even that bad.
I mean, it's all right, dude. I don't know.
Like the chin, the Jay Leno chin. Nah, I don't think that's it.
Look at that big jaw, bro. And women's eyes are kind of tough too.
Oh yeah, yep.
Right? Women, you have to get good with eyes. I'm trying to still work on that.
Yeah.
And I didn't, in the way of like, her fingers should be grasping that.
Oh yeah, that's.
I put it behind. Yeah.
That's a mess up.
No, yeah. I wasn't thinking, dude. And I feel like I didn't give her rump like nice shape. It almost looks like diaper butt, like Kim Kardashian butt in her.
Diaper butt.
I gave her a diaper butt, dude. That shit. So I glued on that too. Oh, this one's not a stinker, actually. This one's just not done yet. This one's kind of like a stylized Joker that I haven't finished.
Yeah.
If I render this one with inks and whatnot, it might be cool.
Okay.
You know, a little stylized.
Yeah.
Big old beak.
Right.
This one, here's the next fuck up.
Oh.
I mean, this, honestly, of the fuck ups, this might be the better one. There's just one thing that made me not happy with it. So, this Colossus, right?
Okay. Why don't you like him?
All right.
Let me hear it.
In the size of his head in comparison to the size of his torso is too big. His head's too big.
Okay.
Like, tell me now, when there's like big hulking characters,
Yeah.
the comic proportions is kind of got a smaller head and a big ass body, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And little legs.
Yeah.
And
No, that's correct.
I'm like,
That works.
his dome is so big.
He's kind of like Frankenstein-ish.
Yeah, he's like Frankenstein-ish.
Right.
But it's too bad.
It's still not bad, though.
No, it's not bad. I kind of like this one if it wasn't for that proportion.
Yeah. And that's what I said about, using, somebody's drawing just to even get the proportions to where like you want, you know what I mean? And then you detail everything on the inside, but you get that silhouette, the outside, and then you go to town on that. So there is none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, that's why I got to go back to my fundamentals of, because really where I first started, like trying to learn from a book to try how to draw, was that Buscema, how to draw comics the Marvel way.
Okay.
The classic joint. I still follow that thing of like when you draw a head, like that's why I think it's a common thing, but that's where I learned it was when I draw a head, I draw a circle with the
lines, yeah.
So you know where to position the face. Line the eyes up and the nose up, and boom! That's so clutch, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then it's like a whole figure should be 10 heads high.
Yeah.
Like that thing.
Right.
Even though I don't really, only if you draw full figures, I guess.
Right.
Anyway.
So who would you say is your favorite artist?
Oh, so tough.
I have to pick one. You have to pick one.
I figured
put you on the spot.
my favorite artist. Well, I have a refined palette, so probably Basque or no, I'm just kidding. I don't know that fine art shit. Comic art.
Yeah, comic art.
But that Bruce Timm and Darwin Cook, I kind of put them in the same category of that animated series style, because it's like they do so much with so little. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love that simplicity and that cartoon style. Fire.
That's what me and Jay Hood last week or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how, back in the day, these guys like really, the artwork was so simple, but yet so banging. Like it was like,
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing to it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it is today, but it was awesome. You know what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You know,
so I like that is my jam, but like man, John Buscema and Kirby are the two. Like when I'm going back to like the classic shit,
right.
just the timeless fire that I think informed the game. You got it. Like I think Buscema is responsible for some of the best art and definitely the best covers. Like he has so many just bangers under his belt.
Right. But it's simplistic. That's the thing. It's not like you look at that book and then you look like a let's say like, you know, a modern book, Lucio Perillo or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's but it still can compete against that because it is, you know, so iconic and I don't know, it's just I guess it's from, you know, someone like me, my perspective, it's I know what they put into that. You know what I mean? Like the artwork didn't need to be, you know, so outlandish because it was back then. It was there was no other thing around.
Yeah, there's
Like
no
there was nothing to compare it to. It was
Yeah.
like they set the standard. You know what I mean? And it just went up from there.
Yeah, like, and as much as Kirby is the John, I kind of put him at Mount Rushmore, like maybe the top guy. Like I'm a big Silver Surfer fan, and
Mhm.
like I prefer Buscema's Silver Surfer to Kirby's because like he just knows how to draw that movement, like bodies in motion. Buscema's the king at that.
Yeah.
And Kirby is just man, he's the king of like dynamic poses. There's just something about his style, isn't there? Like it's
Yeah.
he really set the trend. Like
Yeah.
big
Totally.
classy fist, just like sick.
Mm-hmm.
I need to hear someone smarter than me break down why Kirby's so awesome because I don't even know how to verbalize it. Of like
Because it was the standard. He set the bar. You know what I mean? Like there without them, we wouldn't know any half of these characters. You know what I mean? Like that's what made it so good. It's sometimes less is more, and they personified that. You know what I mean? They didn't have they didn't, you know, use fancy paints or, you know, digital art. You know what I
right.
mean? It was
That was the whole industry though. But Kirby
Right.
stands out as so fire compared to a lot of his not all of his peers, but most of his peers. And I'm like,
Right.
damn, I don't know why his shit is so good. And I gotta shout out my modern beast. I'd be remiss. I'm talking art, and I don't mention Mark Brooks.
Okay.
Much
Yeah.
as I like the classics and all that,
Right.
it's good. What this guy does, like,
Yeah.
what I like about him is it's comic book style drawing, and he's no slouch on drawing. And he's one of these guys, not like these jabronis that do fucking the hot chick covers, and that's all they got. You see
Yeah.
Art draw a dude, and it's weak.
Yeah, I know, man. Like that's the thing. Like I was a big Art Germ fan, but I feel like now it's just like repeat, rinse and repeat.
It is.
It's the same thing. I'm like, come on, man. Like I don't know. I'm
It's
just not. I'm not a huge fan of his anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
right. 'Cause
after that Catwoman cover, was it 15, the one we have, the
yeah,
yeah,
Catwoman.
yeah. I'm like, I feel like they're all the same.
It's repetitive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's objectively good. It's
Oh
like
yeah, of course.
cool styles, like anime influence. It's great.
Right.
But it's like for me to really respect you as an artist, like
Yeah.
he's just a one trick pony kind of, you know.
Right.
And even Adam Hughes, the
Right.
the glorious Adam Hughes that everyone bows down to. He really doesn't draw dudes that well either. Like
Yeah.
all about them chick covers. Whereas
Yeah. And you know, as the other thing we were talking about is how artists like they get used and abused. You know, like they're kind of like their work just you can see it going down like because they're so just J. Scott Campbell's a prime example.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you look at his early work and it's so fire, but you look at his like recent stuff and it's like, it's good, but it's not like what it was in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's just like they gotta bang him out. They don't do as many. Like they don't put their whole heart into it.
Actually, they don't stay as sharp with because J. Scott Campbell he used to do full interiors. Like that Gen 13 book.
Right.
He did all the interiors, and now he's just exclusively a cover artist.
Yeah.
So I would think, as far as practice goes, that's got to limit you a little bit because you're just drawing this one poster style image instead of telling a story. And doing all these different kind of dynamic poses and trying to tell a story like with the art. So I think guys lose a lot of that. Yes.
Plus the guys, they you make the big bucks to do the cover. You know what I mean? They it's very rare where you find both anymore.
Right. And I understand like the economics of it, and I don't really blame them. Like I wouldn't besmirch these artists like, oh, fuck these guys. That's all. It's like they're paying the bill. Good for them. They got a good art gig.
Yeah.
It's good shit that they do.
Right. It's like everyone hating on Jim Lee. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. I won't tolerate that nonsense. No. Like why? Because he don't put out anything independent? Who cares? He's past that. You know what I mean? Like he still does his thing. He's still one of the greats and will always be one of the greats. He's never going to lose that. You know what I mean? He's just going a different route. He's buying a bigger house. So what? Good for him.
And you know what? What I really like about him, he's one of the few guys that those Twitch streams that he does.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're awesome.
Dude, respect. You can tell he still has fun with it. Like, he doesn't have a book out, so that's his outlet to stay drawing.
Yeah, man.
Which is awesome, Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh shit, son. Now, because I've recently been thinking about this because Unruly Simeon posed this question as well. But the way he phrased it made me like really think of it in a real world context.
Okay.
Normally, you ask me that shit, and I'm just thinking about the fun parts, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to fly, dude, so I can fly around town with a little bitch on my arms, like at night, and what have you. Like Professor X's power seems very attractive to have. Mind control, mind reading. Like, do you know just those two things? You'd have a built-in bullshit meter of people.
Right.
I can manipulate that. I'll go to a bank and be like, withdraw 10. I mean, once I won't be a career criminal.
Right. I'm always a big fan of the villains anyway, so
I'm gonna get myself situated before I start doing good. Let's put it
right.
I'm gonna get straight first.
I'm building myself a bat cave first.
What I got to do to get established, then I'm going to reform and be
right. I need a layer.
Now, but when I thought of it, the answer I gave to Unruly though was Wolverine's power, because like once the word got out that I had these powers, like I'm going to be some international known dude, and like the CIA's going to come after my ass. Like it's going to be a whole thing. I'm going to be like world famous.
Right.
So I like the idea of Wolverine's power, who he ages super slow.
Right.
He's invulnerable, like Biggie just said. He picked invulnerability. He's invulnerable. How clutch is that?
Yeah.
You can't get hurt.
Right.
He can smell stuff. I guess that might backfire on you. Some smelly ass situations. I might not want the smell power, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
And claws, if it has to hit the fan, I got a built-in weapon.
Right.
But I can put him back in. That's the key.
Yes.
Live a fairly normal life.
Yeah. I mean, he wanted to live in the woods by himself, but
yeah,
kept getting sucked back in.
Yeah. like Scarface.
Yeah, right.
Godfather is
Exactly.
Scarface.
Has anyone ever given you advice on your art?
I don't know. Nothing I can really think of. Like,
Yeah.
there's been no person that has ever really like chimed in on.
I mean, the only thing I told you is practice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Keep doing it, because that's the only way you get better. You just got to keep going, keep doing it, and eventually it'll, things will start. You start to click, and it'll go, man.
the one thing.
The ability's there. You know what I mean? Once it's not, it's in my business, especially in tattooing, but the most important thing is the foundation of art. You know what I mean? So like, because if there's some guys who can tattoo but can't draw worth a lick, and there's some guys who can draw and can't tattoo. So I mean the game has changed a little bit as far as what I do, but the basis of it is you got to have a good art foundation, because if that stencil goes away, you got to recreate it.
Yeah, dude. I remember I was bugged out, and shout out to Art Chemist. He said he did in the chat. I think he's talking about like constructive criticism or some advice. So I'm gonna go back and because I was been a little distracted. I'll go back and see. Does that value any of that?
Right.
The most common one I get is put some color in it. Put some color in it. And
yeah, but that's not advice.
Yeah.
That's just what people want to see. I'm asking, like, criticism, like you said, like something to help you get better.
Yeah. Right. But to your point of like tattoo artists and stencils, I remember all the work I have is just this, my half sleeve thing. Little Galactus, shout out to Galactus. But I remember what freaked me out was I got this Gates, the Heaven's Gates tattoo was like the very first one I got, right? And it was like a normal experience. Dude put a stencil on it and did his thing. And then up here was a cross. And then years later, I decided I wanted to, cover that and do a space thing. And when I went to the tattoo artist, this dude sits me down, right? I consulted with him ahead of time of like what I wanted, like a space scene, da-da-da. He sits me down, dude. I'm waiting for him to bust out the stencil. He got a red Sharpie marker, and he did a circle, a circle, a circle, and then he did this sphere line, this swirly line.
Right.
And that was it. And then he gets the needle out, and I'm like, I freaked out for a second. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is your guideline? I'm like, because I always thought of tattooing as going over a stencil.
Not so much, man.
This dude just freestyled all that space.
Yep.
I mean, point reference.
That's because space is easy. It's not. It's really nothing. As long as you know the general idea of it, it's easy to do. You know what I mean? A lot of times we won't even use a stencil. We'll freehand it. When you do like a galaxy or something like that, you might get the shape of it, but to stencil each little star or like cloud, it would just get muddied up.
Right.
And to Art Chemist out there, he said about let me bring up what he said real quick. When a customer lets you draw a whole stencil and says they want it done different, say that's why we don't do that. we do the drawing first, and the customer has to agree to it before we even stencil it. You know what I mean? Like, my shop is all custom. We don't do any, off the wall flash type stuff. So a lot of our clients who come in, they already know what to expect. They give us the idea and we do our thing. And then, usually they are blown away by what we come up with for them. So, that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
With that comment.
I was really, dude, the guy who did my work, I'll always go back to that guy, man. He was. I just liked his approach to shit. He was really talented. Like I like his use of color and stuff. Like he definitely used a stencil for the Galactus. Is to your
Oh
point.
yeah.
Some
Well, that's
skill like that, like you're
right.
not just gonna freestyle it. But I had a really good experience with him.
Do I have a Biggie's asking? Do I have a favorite tattoo artist?
Is there like bonds of the game? Like how does Kirby?
Oh yeah, there's a couple. Actually, there's one that's right down the street from my shop. His name's Paul Acker. He does all horror stuff.
Hmm.
So he gets pretty much to pick and choose what he wants. Nico Hurtado is probably one of my favorites. He does a lot of color portraits. He did the Brahma Bull, the new Brahma Bull on the Rocks arm.
Hmm.
Their cover up he did. That's the guy who did it.
Okay.
I'm not a huge traditional type guy, or like the Japanese style. I'm not really big into that either, but I respect it. You know what I mean? I just think we've evolved. You know what I mean? Like tattooing is, and granted, like it's cool, but I just think it's kind of dated. You know, it's there's so much more we can do now with tattoos. They don't have to be real fat lines and saturated color. You know what I mean? We can do a lot. So
yeah, like dude, I'm a show that I watch religiously. I DVR I've seen every season from season 1 to today.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna say, and every tattoo artist I ever play this to always has this eye roll reaction. I'm talking Ink Master, dude.
Yeah.
What? They seem super talented.
They are, but it's nothing but drama. They feed you alcohol and talk shit. The producer.
Oh yeah.
I know somebody who was on it.
Yeah.
The guy who works with me, he apprenticed under Ink Bitch, Jackie Jennings. She was on season 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Said it was just
all those reality shows. Totally,
it's scripted.
Yeah, basically scripted. Yeah. I can do without the drama part. Sometimes I'll straight up fast forward to the tattoo. Like I like when they do the tattoo critique part, like when everyone shows their shit and the guys critique it.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll fast forward through the dumb shit. Like it's just a fun way to see, like, because I don't know,
look, these guys, it's a way for them to get exposure.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. Like we have some Facebook groups that some of these guys are in, and the bullshit that comes out of there is funny.
I'm sure it's like any other little community where there's like little dramas and
and then they go on tour. They do these conventions all over the country, and I don't know. It's not. I don't think some of them should, like, people who even got kicked off like before the top 15 or whatever. Like I think at the Philly convention, I saw one of the guys who did like this cat. I think he was from Hawaii. It was like a couple years ago, and it was so bad. I remembered this thing, and he was at the convention. I'm like, I would not let that dude tattoo me. You know what I mean? Like I saw what he did. Like, and I don't even know what he can do now, but it's just like from that one thing, it's like, I don't know if I really trust his artistic ability.
Just because he like had a little blip on TV, right? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Right. I can see it from I guess I can see from being in the business.
Yes.
But as far as just I just want to see people tattoo and shit. Like it's interesting, and it's cool to see. I like when. There's like different challenges or whatever, like realistic day, do new school day. Like I'm exposed now. I kind of know tattoo lingo a little bit, at least styles,
Right.
So for a total layman,
right,
it's all right. Are those two judges official in the game?
Yeah.
Right.
And it sucks, about Oliver Peck because he was so respected, but when the whole blackface pictures came out, He's
Oh,
off the show now. So yeah, he's
off
not
the
in
show?
it anymore. They kicked him off, yeah, because apparently he had pictures on Twitter from like 25 years ago or
Give
something.
it Can I just say, give it a fucking break, dude. Like,
I don't know, dude.
is there such a thing of people learning their lesson anymore? Like, you have to pay for your sins for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
God damn, that annoys me.
yeah, and I get it. And Nunez, he's decent,
About that Japanese style.
Yeah, that's his game. So,
Yeah.
Artemis, let me highlight this real quick. That's not even bad, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. My shop minimum is 150, so it don't matter if you come in to get a dot or a name. It's we're skilled. We're skilled at what we do, and we know our worth, and we charge tax. I mean, it's just like anything else. There's levels. You know, um, you know, you want a skilled tradesman to do do the job right. You're gonna pay a little more than you would somebody who's not as skilled. You know what I mean? That's why there's levels to it. But that's expensive, but I mean, in all honesty, I'm almost there. I'm not afraid to admit that. I know what I can do and what the guys in my shop can do. Then that's like average median right now is about 150 to 200 for a shop minimum. The guy just down the street from me, like I said, they charge, they do minimum sessions, $2,500. Like they won't do anything. Like, and they have a year wait.
Yeah, I can see a minimum because you gotta set up your station, right?
Yeah,
all that, and it's filling up a time spot where you could be doing another client who's going to be paying you more than $50.
But in all honesty, it's the the whole skilled trade.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what it is.
Yeah, and
like
I think I told you for this all this shit pretty much it cost me like $1,500.
It's about right
to do everything.
Full color.
Yeah,
you're looking about $3,000 for a whole sleeve full color.
Yeah, and
about right.
I've always
$4,000.
Like, I'll be frugal on some things in life.
Yeah.
But for artwork on my body that's permanent,
right?
It ain't worth. If I ain't got the money for it, I ain't doing it. If I got to look for a deal, I ain't doing it because dude, nothing makes me cringe more than when I see bad tattoos. I'm like, oh, just not got one, bro. That's terrible.
Yeah. So I mean, it's that's the one thing. Like, I take to heart as an artist. A lot of people cheapen what we do, but not everybody can do what we do. You know what I mean? It's like calling a carpenter to do your plumbing. It's not the same thing. You're not gonna, call somebody who doesn't know what to do, like who just got a tattoo machine to do a sleeve on you, because it's gonna be shit. You're gonna get it, like you said, you won't cheap.
Thing is, there's different clientele, I guess. Like, that's what I feel like every business does that. Like, my business deals with that, especially even more lately, where it's like there's just other guys out there that we know are not doing as comprehensive of a job as we do on things, and they're just lowballing the prices. And there's a lot of people out there that just all they look at is whatever the task is, whether it be a tattoo or a construction project or whatever it is. How much is it? How much is it? The quote or whatever.
Dude, that's the first thing. People won't even ask to see a portfolio.
Yeah.
They will ask how much before anything. And it's like, you shouldn't even be in here. Yeah. And what Biggie said right there, a bunch of kitchen magicians, is exactly right. Dude, the industry is flooded with it. Like, I know in New York, our chemist probably knows this better. they have like kind of like a boards, like a barber or hairdresser have, like a state test. But they're real strict. Like it's going to the way of unions almost because of how bad it's gotten. Like the FDA is getting involved and try to regulate inks and things like that. Um, it's crazy, dude. Like, and it's not, you know, it's not the fault of the guys who work in New York. It's the government who is charging them and forcing them to do different things that makes the cost rise up. Like I know guys in New York, they have to, like the applesauce cups, the single use where you peel the lid off.
Yeah.
They have to do that for water cups. They have to do it for their ink caps, the little caps of ink. They can't use big bottles anymore. They have to buy individually single use ink caps. And that sucks. Like I feel for those guys. Like I wouldn't want a tattoo in New York. I mean, that's why it's so expensive.
And why is a health thing?
Yes, health standards. Yep. And it's going that way because, like I said, the FDA is getting involved and wants to get involved in our business. And, for the most part, there's never been any issues like with our pigments and our inks that we use. It's it's just, I don't want the FDA to like water down the inks and the pigments we use because what they're going to do, it's going to make a shitty tattoo. That's really what it's going to do.
Yeah, man. Want to see a couple of the other duds, the rejects?
Yeah, you got some more?
Yeah, I got 2 more duds.
All right.
I'm going to save the most atrocious for last.
Okay. All right, let me
This is a fun segment, right? The shitty covers. All right. This one, I put so much ornate detail into it to try and distract a little bit from the big flaw, which I'll leave it to you to see what the flaw is. But I felt like, you know what? I can't do it. I mean, it's whatever. So this one has a lot of detail and work into it. Mad time. But
and it's a dud?
There's one big flaw, dude. So it's, what's her name? Shuri.
Right.
Panther.
All right, so what's the flaw?
It looks like she's about to go to fucking linebacker tryouts.
Yeah, but she's a warrior.
Bro, and one's bigger than the other. You got a Popeye arm. Those shoulders are too much. I tried to make like the ornate neck thing, and I made it too wide.
Right.
Should have made it way thinner. And too bad, because I really like how the face came out. I was digging the face, man, but from the neck down, dude, I was like, this is botched. And look how much time I spent on this stupid.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot of work right there.
Yeah.
One shoulder is bigger. Yes, yeah. Doomsday Comics pointed that out.
One shoulder is bigger, I know. Yeah, so that one was
the clunker, whatever.
That was the clunker. Right. And
you learn. That's what I said about, getting the proportions right. Don't work. You take, use a shape of somebody else's stuff. It's not, as long as you detail it yourself, it's fine, dude.
Yeah. The sad thing is I was kind of looking at a reference for that. Yeah. I'm gonna show you this last, and I don't even know what the one flaw is. It's just all bad on this one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna show you the secret to what really changed the game for me with my art, honestly.
Okay.
But I had one Captain America blank, and I'm like, I love Captain America. I'm like, I want to do a dope Captain America one, and I blew it with this one here. It's just weak, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just weak.
His arm, dude. That arm.
Look at that wobbly ass shield, dude. Like a flat tire.
Oh, dude, that's wrong.
And when I showed a buddy of mine, because he's not really too familiar with comics, right. So we know that Cap has the chainmail, right? He's like, what's all those fucking squiggly lines on? What's those bumps? I'm like, bro, it's just chainmail. He's like, what?
As long as you didn't think it was like fins or something, like scales.
Yeah. I forgot what he said it was, but he said it something crazy. Now, what turned the corner for me though was, it like honestly gave me the confidence to like try and do sketch covers.
Mm-hmm.
Was the utensils.
Like,
bro, just
yeah, we didn't even touch on that yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the utensils, bro. That like not only gave me confidence, but just made my shit look better. Like it objectively, when you ink things nice and you have the right shading, different color tones, it renders it. It gives it a more pro look, and that changed the game for me. I was so used to just pencil drawing,
right?
Or maybe I would just ink outline, but I would never render shades. And it was these that I picked up.
What brand is that?
Faber-Castell.
Okay.
Were the ones that are like local to me. And you
got to try these. The microns. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
These are the best, dude. There's in my opinion, there's no other pens that compete. I love them. And they come, all different tip sizes and and things like that. They're expensive. They're expensive.
Yeah, this shit's expensive, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and Biggie just killed it, by the way. We called that cap. He said the cap looks like Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. That's a good one. But yeah, I use like for just the way I outline. Like once I pencil it, I'll outline it with these Premier pigment liner deal. So that's just like the basic line, and then I got like these two that are like even thinner than that one. So one of like fine lines.
Yeah.
And I got like the fat one to color in black spaces. But then like these
gray. Use any brush tips?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For the gray tone stuff, like the shading.
Okay.
Brush tips come into play.
Okay. Well, they make them in those too. Like
yeah.
This.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the brush tips are nice for that gray tone shading. And then my new tool that I've been using that's been coming in clutch is the fucking white ink one. Where when I got solid black, because usually say I would have like a female's hair, and it's like, or even a dude's hair, whatever. I would normally, because you don't want all solid black, it's gonna look crazy. So you want like those white gaps in it to give it a look, And normally I would have to accomplish that by like just not coloring in those areas. But like, bro, this comes in clutch because like
I got a jelly roll, bro.
And now I can go over it with white.
Is that a jelly? Is that a jelly roll?
It's a jelly roll. Yeah.
Fucking right, dude. That's the only one to use, man. They're the best white pens ever. I've tried so many. The jelly rolls are the shit.
Look at that. Me and 36 both use jelly rolls, dog.
Jelly roll white pens, man. You can't beat them. Yeah. I've tried so many different brands of white gel pens, and
yeah. But I feel like that goes a long way. Even if you're like so on your art skills, if you get some nice utensils, you'd be surprised how your stuff will look if you implement some of that on top of like your pencils. So I would recommend that. Give me like a real confidence boost.
Yeah. Now, do you erase your pencil after you ink it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, but just the basic joint, I don't know. But yeah, once the outline is done, then I erase everything and go to town from there.
That's what I usually do. Yeah. Sometimes I'll even erase what I drew with pencil and then ink it. But because you can still see like the pencil mark, I don't erase the whole thing. You know what I mean? Lightly. So like the pencil's gone, and then I'll go back and ink it.
So you got rid of your pencil trace line?
Yeah. It's just I lighten it. You know what I mean? With an eraser.
Yeah. And I think that's why those artists those comic artists always used to use that blue pencil shit, right? Because it would
Yeah.
like erase easier, or maybe it wouldn't, or maybe they didn't even erase it.
Well, see, usually what happens is the blue stuff they'll use that the blue pencil or red. Some people use red. And then I know what I do is I take that and then I will put another piece of paper over top of that and ink that. You know what I'm saying? Like with light box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I can't go out no chump. I was trying to be fun and show you the clunker covers.
Yeah.
Let me show you a couple hot ones, okay?
All right. Let's see.
Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's end on a positive note. So,
Chemist, it's a one-on-one show. You'll get your chance, man. Let me know when you can come on.
Oh yeah,
highlights one artist at a time.
I would. Yeah, he needs to draw out his content, or else it ain't gonna.
Right.
I would love to see Chemist on here.
Yeah, I'll try to get him on. He's got to set it up.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm hoping I'm starting a new segment of showing your fuck up.
Clunkers?
Yeah. Don't hide them. Let's see them, dude. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
So
hit me up on IG, Chemist.
Yeah, I would like. He's so talented. That Darth Maul made waves to the community. When he showed that, everyone was like, "Yo, you see Chemist Darth Maul?"
Yeah.
That shit was fire. So here was the pencil sketch preliminary. They start at the pencil stage. Wolverine action. Okay. Then we ink that mug. This will be in an 84 box. Got this little finished Wolverine.
Oh, dude. How much does it cost for that?
Yeah, one in every box, brother.
Yeah, I know, but I can't grease the wheel a little bit.
I might do now, so I have fun with the drawings. After I do this next wave, I might just cook up some other ones if people want them. I'm still at the stage where I feel weird asking for money, but maybe I'll trade stuff or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to give
you a sketch for a sketch.
Yeah, hell yeah, down. I have to, for it to match, I have to send you two for the value of one.
I'll trade you this one I just did.
Oh yeah, see, I got to send you two, and you give me one. That's so sick. Oh my god, fuck. Makes me want to quit, bro. Yeah. Oh, so good. That's so good, dude. And I guess I'll show two more. 'Cause I don't want to show, I'll show two more. I don't know if I should show them all. I think some people like the surprise of it, whatever.
Yeah. All right, let me make you bigger.
Yeah. And I won't quit. I'm just being funny. But you know what I'm saying. When you see someone that's really killing it and you feel like they're levels above you, it makes you feel like, oh, what am I doing?
Man, you want to get better. That's what it is.
I know. I'm not bad. But it does give you a little.
Nah, man. See, don't take it like that. You want to get a strive to be better. I tell my guys all the time, as long as you're better than the last one, you're moving. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm not describing it. It's not like a jealousy and negative thing per se.
I know what you're
that little burn in your belly,
artists have this internal kick where all our shit sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's a recent one. Here's a Hulk.
Oh, dude, that's cool too.
That was pretty nice.
I like that one. Now, what do you use for the gray tones? You have a set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of this brand where it had 4 or 5 different gray tones, and it's funny because I only did one. I did one stream where I drew a sketch cover live, right?
Right.
And it was on a Hulk blank cover, and I did Maestro,
right,
from the Planet Hulk thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny the lesson that I've learned from I've gotten better from then for sure.
Right.
And that cover, which I should have grabbed it because that's a clunker for sure. That I did live on the thing, but it's not that the drawing was that bad, but it's Maestro, a Hulk character.
Right.
And his whole head takes up like this much of the page.
I told you that. I said you got to make him bigger.
Yeah.
You got to put his like shoulders in there.
Yes, you got. That's one thing I've learned. Like it makes it look better. Just make it big, dude. Fill up the fucking cover, and it's gonna look way cooler. You know. So it's that one, and I'll show this one. I kind of.
I don't use Copics. I use Prismacolor markers, Chemist.
Mm.
I got about 500 of them.
Mm. Yeah,
and they ain't cheap. They're $7 a pop.
A pop, yes, dude. Copic. That's another reason I'm scared to get the color. I'm like, I'm gonna have to spend so much to get all these fucking colors. This one I dig just because I like the character. It's the Shadow, right? So we got old school Shadow cover.
Let me. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shadow, yeah, one. I could have made him maybe a little bigger, but I feel like it works. So, shit like that, man. Yeah. This little Rise Out Ghoul.
Oh, look at that.
Watch out now. You know, simplicity. This one was like simple.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite. When you showed that, that Doc Ock, I like the best. Dude.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like
the old school bowl cut, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to make them pudgy and bowl cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, stuff like that. They're not all clunkers. Oh, look at Chemist. He said, "I'll put you both on. You want to know what markers are better than Prisma and Copic?" ..
Don't even say Crayola.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Arteza blending markers.
I don't know. I never heard of them.
Yeah. See?
Where do you get them at, Chemist?
The deep cuts. Oh, thanks, Howie.
Oh, sure.
And they're cheaper. I like that.
I don't know if you saw this one yet.
Oh, God, no. Didn't
see it. Runner.
Damn, son. Oh, yeah, I love that. Maybe I need to get you to the next one that you do for me. Maybe it's got to be a chick. Because you're killing it on these chick covers.
Amazon, really?
And bro, J Hood, because J Hood did his did like the buy it now auction thing, pop-up shop, and you know he was like, whoever you buy X amount of dollars, you're gonna
get a free sketch.
Dog, I don't know how much those people paid to get those freaking sketches. I saw some sneak peeks on them.
Yeah.
And dude, wait till those things drop.
Yeah.
So good.
I can't wait to see my Justice League because everybody who's on the show has to do a little sketch.
Oh.
On the Justice League cover. It'll be like a pinwheel of heroes.
Oh, nice.
So the book will be coming to you.
Okay.
To do an 84 rendition of one of the Justice League heroes.
Oh, cool. So it's a JLA blank, and then everyone's going to do one character on it?
Yep.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are killing it, man. You and J Hood have been putting out such cool shit. I'm happy to say that I got pieces from both of you. Even though the thing I got from J Hood's small. I want to get a nice cover. Yeah.
Chemist. It depends on what I leave it up to the guy. So whoever's on my show, whatever order they want to, they're picking their own characters. So if the Flash is available when the book gets to you, then you can do it. But
yeah, I'll tell you one thing: I won't pick the Flash. The Flash is safe when it comes to 84's house.
And so
I
was thinking, I don't know. Well, I might auction it at the end of it. I might auction it off for charity or something like that.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, yo, because your boy don't color. So let me get Batman, so I can just make.
You better talk to Jay Hood, man.
So all I gotta do is color in that chin, bro, and that's it. Be nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a cool little thing.
Yeah, that is fun.
And then the next thing I kind of want to get into is maybe doing. I might have to talk to Tony, with the hunt and do like the sketch down. You know what I mean? Like, like kind of ding ding ding.
Live sketches or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like you got 2 minutes. Bang, here's your character. Bang, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to put a short time limit in it, so that
like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? A quick, nothing crazy.
Okay, yeah, because what you'll do in 2 hours and what I'll do in 2 hours are gonna look very different.
Right? No, 2 minutes.
But yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's evens the feel a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fun.
So, I want to definitely put that together. We'll talk offline.
Yeah, that's cool.
Put that together because I think that would be fun. Because I'm still learning all the the artists that are in the community. So, I'll probably hit you up and see if there's some that I don't know of. Because it's weird. Like ever since I started the show, I'm slowly finding all of a sudden more and more. I'm like, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like being a comic fan, like if you grew up as a comic fan, just like loving the art and shit, I feel like most of us it's like directly related to growing up reading comics makes you want to draw.
Yeah.
And if you stick with it, you got good at it, but
what was the first character you ever drew? Do you remember? As a kid?
Probably not exactly, but it was most likely Spider-Man. Because it was my brother. Because my brother's he doesn't mess with comics anymore, but he loves he still has his collection from when he was a kid, and he's all about Marvel movies and comic stuff, the world of comics.
Right.
Collect actual comics, but anyway, Spider-Man is his shit. He just got a Spider-Man tattoo.
Okay.
Like the logo, it came out pretty good. It's like the spider logo on his forearm.
Yeah.
He's a fucking Spidey maniac, dude. There's mad Spider-Man comics all over the place growing up. And my very first comic that I got is a Spidey, and you can see the pencil indentations over his head from me with that math paper.
Right.
It over it and like tracing.
Uh-huh.
So it's probably some Spidey. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mine was Ninja Turtles. That was my first. That was like my big thing.
I used
like when I first started.
Simpsons. Did you draw Simpsons?
Yes. Oh yeah, dude.
Right.
Yeah, Bart Simpson was another one, and then I was into skateboarding, so I would get like Trans World or Thrasher magazine and like draw, like copy the guys, like doing like tricks and stuff on the steps. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. You have anything you want to plug before we get out of here? Got anything coming up?
No, man. I just want to. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh. I just want to plug your shit, bro. I got plug you in DGC.
All right, go ahead, plug me away.
Yeah, and this is a DGC commercial too.
Right.
We got. I love the presentation of this. The fire ass, 36 Chambers Joker cover, nailed it, and just like the color tones match, that sick ass DGC label on it. He just does such crazy shit that a grading company will never do. Will never crop out the art and do the 36 logo on it. He let me choose my grade, dude. I picked 84.
Of course.
And I think he says he wants to focus on. So I think he's a little worried about copyright stuff, which he really, I think you shouldn't be, D-Ron. You just sell among the community. Don't sweat it, bro.
Yeah.
But whatever. if you do choose to really stick on that, fine. Because I got some just variant comics I want him to slab up. That's why I'm saying selfish.
Okay.
But he says he likes the idea of doing it mostly for original art and commissions. So if you got a hot sketch cover, dude, hit up D-Mark. Tell him to make a little slab out of it. Because look how, beautiful. I always leave this shit back here in all my videos because it's so fire. So that's my
I appreciate that.
I guess I will plug one thing is Graders Notes. The Graders Notes show on Thursday. Let me grab the book because it's right here. Metarog. That's a show where myself, Roger Metarog, Mr. Miracle, and Genome Presents. We get a book and we put it through the Graders Notes process. We dig deep, dude. We grade it on the cover art, the interior art, the writing, the concept. So it's a whole thing. Roger is going to be out of town this week, so we got to substitute the mighty, unruly Simeon.
Oh, that's a great stand-in.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. So he picked Astonishing X-Men #1, which I had never read. So it's cool to go through this. This will be the book. So Thursday night on my channel, 8. I don't know if it's 8 or 9 p.m. that we do. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Me, Miracle, Simeon, Gino, Astonishing X-Men 1. Nice. When you go to your shop Wednesday to pick up your books, go and see if they got this in the back issue bin, dude. It'll only be a couple dollars. Follow along, or if you need that bootleg link, I know a guy.
Well, I appreciate everyone coming in and participating in the show, and I thank you, 84, for
had a blast, dude.
Filling in on last minute cancellation. Shit happens. I know that. And I'm glad you were quick to jump in there. You might be my stand-in last minute. We'll just show clunkers the whole time.
Now you got to get Chemist on here. Chemist seems like he'd be a great guest.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
Yeah, cool.
I'm trying to get him, Squatchy.
Oh yes,
Boatwright. Who else did I reach out to?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's so many beasts.
Yeah, dude. Sin Potter, he's gonna.
Yeah, he's been selling sketches and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got some people in the queue.
Yeah. So it's about what works for them, because I'm only going to do it every other Monday. I don't want to do it every week because then I'll run out of people.
Yeah.
So it's going to be every other week. So
and then
I let everybody usually pick the time, so it's either 8, 9, or 10, whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And shit, after you go through all your guests, you should do artist battle on your channel on this time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'll do it the weeks in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll do the artist showcase theater one week, and then the artist, battle, sketch battle on the other weeks.
Mm-hmm. I think there's tons of potential content ideas for this. If I was you, I wouldn't feel like once you go through, there's a few artists in the community, but yeah, it's like a
no, I'm gonna have some other people, different kind of artists too. It's not gonna be just comic book in the community.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
It's gonna, I'm gonna branch out.
Yeah,
we're gonna have Team NWO on the sketch down.
Yeah.
Tag team champions. I can feel it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Biggie's he's gonna need to be the special guest referee.
Oh,
I'm not there. You know what I mean?
Biggie's like the master of ceremonies. Yeah.
That should be fun though. Yeah, we'll have to talk more and see if we can't put that together.
Yeah, man. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it would. But I thank you. I thank everyone in the chat. And everybody have a good night.
Peace.
Later.